Good evening, everyone. Today is Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. This is your update for Thursday, the 24th. All right, let's go. With no setups going into tomorrow, I took UNM off. I'll show you that in just 1 second. TPR stopping out. Still looks like it's in trouble, though, longer term. Take a look at AGI coming back in, unfortunately. This one kind of got close to the IPT, so I kind of hate when that happens and they don't quite hit it, and that's where a little discretion comes in. Let me know if you use discretion or not, and I'll make a note of that. Anyway, CCL coming rising up a little bit. We'll take a look at those just 1 second. There's a TPR, kind of opening gap reversal list. She did shoot higher. Obviously, hit the stop and came back in. This stock does look like it's in trouble longer term. The shorts that I'm seeing are a little wide loose and kind of all over the place. So no need to go after them just yet, obviously. So we'll see what the market produces. The short side is a little tougher to find clean looking setups than the long side, but believe me, I'm working on that fairly hard. Let's take a look at or very hard, I should say. Where is, UNM, you could see just pushing back almost all the way to all-time highs, he tried to say. Still looks kind of ugly longer term, but I can't really justify going after it as a short at this juncture. Let's take a look at the portfolio, and then we'll open things up. Here's a TPR. You can see, again, opening gap reversal there. Coming back in by the end, they unfortunately hit the stop in the process. AGI, nice little opening gap reversal there. Not quite back to the plus column, obviously, but still looks pretty good. A lot of goals reversed today. A lot of goals are looking okay. There were no setups that I felt like we needed to go after, but certainly gold did kind of survive today as far as I'm concerned. CCL, bit of a rally, but off its best levels coming back in. So that's another stock that still looks like it's in trouble longer term. Let's take a look at the overall market and drill down. First of all, start with the P's. S&P 500, a little bit of an opening gap reversal there. We'll take a look at the spiders, a little bit more cleaner in the spiders. You can see it did gap higher, rallied a bit, but then came back in fairly hard, but obviously still up 1.5% on the day. A lot of excitement in the media about it being an up day, but to me, it doesn't look that exciting. So far, a little bit of a pullback. And so far, this market remains in trouble, but it's getting, or continues to be, I should say, pretty volatile out there. In fact, look at the HV on the Ps, 36. I do not remember that for a long, long time. I'll do a little research tomorrow now that I'm thinking about it and see how big it gets. Take a look at NASDAQ. Look at that, 42. That's pretty crazy. It's kind of acting like an individual, inefficient tech stock. Anyway, opening gap reversal there too. Again, it still looks like it's trouble longer term. Take a look at like some weekly charts, and you can see that we've got the weekly bow tie to the downside. Just not looking that pretty. Let's take a look at the Rusty 2000. Opening gap reversal there. Yeah, it was up 1.5%, but so far that just looks like a pullback to me. Again, take a look at weeklies, and you can see it's still pretty ugly even now on the weekly. As you go through some of these sectors, you'll see that, again, not to beat the dead horse, but most, like the market itself, remain in downtrends, and most have just pulled back at best. That's retail. Financials looking questionable at best, even though they had a little bit of a rally today. Still look like a major big picture top remains in place there. Energy is pulling back from lows after banging out lows. Oil, the commodity, selling off fairly hard after kind of pulling back in here a bit. Now, on the upside, silver did catch a bid today, so I find this kind of interesting. Silver took off while gold was, for the most part, weak. But gold did recover from its worst levels in the gold stocks. You can see opening gap reversal there. That looks pretty good. The gold, the commodity, because it trades overnight and all, did not recover quite as much as the gold stocks. But you can see a gap down there. I don't get too excited about gaps in commodities. So far, nice uptrend remains intact. And so far, just pulling back. So, again, most areas remain weak except for gold. Silver, as of today, is now waking up again, so that's kind of interesting. So let's just sit back, let things unwind a little bit. This is one market where I don't feel anxious to be in it, because it's sort of all over the place, and it does seem to be a little headline driven, but for the most part, it remains in a downtrend, and I think the rallies will be hit with selling for now, at least. So let's just again, and as usual, take things one day at a time and see how things shake out. Everybody have a fantastic night. We'll talk tomorrow. Thank you so much.